guys, today I'm going to go over my experience of moving out for the first time. So let's get started with the video. So there's 3 things to keep in mind. So the first one is location, second one is price, and then lastly is the checklist that you should always keep in mind of the things that you would like to have included inside of your apartment. So before moving into an association, they always request at least seeing a pay stub that shows that you make at least 2.5 times more, but usually they average it out to 3. The only way to honestly calculate your price range, I would have to go ahead and say, is divide your monthly gross income by the number of 3, and that will be the max amount of money that you should have set aside for rent. Another thing that I want to go ahead and mention is that there should always be money saved aside before moving out. How are you going to get your items there? Either U-Haul or delivery services, they're going to charge you a ton because it is furniture, it does weigh a lot. So keep in mind that you need to save a couple of hundreds aside just for move-in day. Another thing you also want to keep in mind is that after you move in, there are going to be things that you will need for your place that you never really thought that you would need before, like the bathroom shower curtains and the bathroom towels and all of the little things that are spread along like the sink. So keep in mind that you will be spending a couple of hundreds on additional items for your house because you don't have them from before. I think I spent about an additional $300 to $400, and that was just the first weekend. And I'm still spending money up to now, and I've been living in my place for about 3 months, about 3.5 months to 4 months now. So yeah, and it's still not there. Like, I still know that there's still things that are missing in my place that I still want to get. But yeah, and then the last reason why you should always have money saved aside is in case of a rainy day. Like, for example, the first month and a half of living in my place, I lost my job. How unfortunate that happened to me, but I had money saved aside, so I didn't really stress too much about it. And by the time that I found a job, which was only about a week later, everything was fine. So like I said, that's why I wasn't stressing. And that is one of the worst things to feel like the second you lose your job, shit, how am I supposed to pay for rent? In every place that you move into, there is some sort of lease, some sort of agreement, and typically your signature is needed at the bottom of the page before moving in. So I just want to go ahead and say this once, just in case no one else told you, but please review it at least once before signing it. Don't be that person who's so excited to move out for the first time, doesn't review all the paperwork, and then gets bitten back in the butt a month later when they're not realizing that, look, now they can't party on weekends because association says that you can't party past 9 o'clock. It's like, those are the little things that are included in the fine print on your contract when it comes to signing a lease or an agreement, and they don't tell you those things. I mean, minimum is like 6 months, I think, for a lease, and I think maximum is like 2 years. But yeah, like that's insane. It's absolutely insane. Like, when I moved out, I did have some bathroom items, which was like my shampoo, like my shower gel, all of that stuff, my shower caddy. I had all of that placed in a box and I labeled it bath. Anything I had for the kitchen, I labeled it kitchen. Stuff for my vanity, which was all my makeup and stuff, that was labeled vanity. Shoes and purses that were in boxes, I legit labeled them shoes and purses. And that's how I had it done. I had my books labeled books. Everything was labeled to the T, so I knew that if there was something in specific that I had to look for that day, I could find it, like, for sure. Because I'm telling you, you may not be able to move everything into its spot on the first day. I'm telling you, it really doesn't happen like that, because I think the first 2 weeks I was changing everything around. Like, that's usually how it happens. You start looking around and you start realizing that something might look better there instead of where it was originally placed, and it's just something that you always do when you move. This is where that money that I told you to save aside for comes in handy. All the kitchen stuff that you did not have before and you need now, and all of the bathroom things that you don't have and you need them now, you can find all of that stuff in the dollar store. I found so many things. I think that's why I saved so much money. I found all types of things for the kitchen. It was amazing how many house things that I found at the dollar store. Another place that I know is good to look up is like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. They usually have a lot of stuff, especially in the clearance section. Then I would have to say that the last resort would be Walmart, because Walmart versus Target, if you guys compare the prices, I even found the same sets and Target was trying to sell them for like $30 more. But besides the point, this video isn't about bashing Target. Anyways, if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and click that button and go ahead and put that little, there's like a little bell thing that should be somewhere on the page. Go ahead and click on that and it'll go ahead and notify you when I release a new video. So bye.